your job. This isn't helping anyone. You're going to hell. All of you.
How do you know?
What?
How do you know they're going to hell?
They're kidnapping our neighbors off the street.
They're kidnapping?
This is an ICE raid.
They're kidnapping.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Quit your jobs. Quit your jobs. This isn't public safety. Quit your job, you fucking monsters.
This way, come wide so we're not disturbing the test.
Transport, find over to me.
You gotta finish the stat sheet.
Let's take him on the other side of the other side of the
What am I arrested? Yes, sir.
Stay on the sidewalk, guys, okay?
All right,
Go home.
how would you like to be identified?
I'm Dee.
What are you witnessing right now?
I'm noticing that there are federalized police just stopping people randomly. I actually stopped and spoke to one of the police officers to ask them what they were doing and to kind of see where her head was. And she said, "Oh, we're just doing, making sure the streets are safe and that, people aren't violating like traffic laws." And I thought it was a bit overkill for that. She's like, "Well, people are driving around with kids in the front seat and tags expire, but we've got 20, 30 officers out here, and that's not why they're here."
Do you feel like it's a pretext for something else?
I don't know. I do know that all of this does not stop us from wondering what happened to the Epstein files, and I think a lot of this is just to draw our attention away from that. So. I guess the police aren't stopping the police because that was beyond the speed limit.
When you see this sort of police action, what do you feel?
I don't feel safe, and that's what the police are supposed to be there for. I feel like they are on the wrong side of history. I feel like the enemy is the very people that are supposed to protect us.
Do you feel like you trusted the police more before this, or have you?
Yeah, I will honestly say that I have not had a lot of negative interactions with police. Not to say that to dismiss anybody else's experience, but I've never grown up with this idea of police being the enemy. But more and more now I'm seeing that people are taking a side, and it's not the right one.
What do you think overall of this surge of not only police but federal agents and entities in D.C. that Trump has enacted?
Well, it goes against the statistics in terms of D.C. being, extremely dangerous. The crime rate has dropped here. So to implement this now is like, well, for what? Are there areas of D.C. that need some attention? Sure. But I don't think it requires everything that's happening now. I think it's because D.C. doesn't have a governor, because it's not a state, and he's taking advantage of that status. And it seems to be a bit of a federal overreach. I mean, he's doing things that are within his power to do. It's just unnecessary to do it, given his rationale for why he's doing it.
Do you have any other feelings you'd like to share right now?
I just need people to be safe, be thoughtful, use your voice, but take care of yourself. This is a very scary time right now, and I think the scariest part for me is having studied history, being a teacher, knowing where I always thought that at certain points of history, looking back at the Black Panthers and at the 1960s and looking at all the marches, like who I thought I would have been during that time, and now that time has come, and I'm trying to find my place in all of this. So it's just, I'm not who I thought I would be at this time, and I'm really battling with that. It's a double-edged sword, because on one hand, one of the things that we know Trump wants to do is have the power to declare martial law. And in order to do that, you have to have unrest. And there's a particular demographic that he needs out to do that. And so on the one hand, I want people of color to stay inside and protect themselves. But at the same time, I feel like just staying inside and acting like it's not happening isn't the answer either. So like figuring out how to be on the right side of history, but not also be the trigger that gets the ball rolling, because that's what he needs for us to do. And just finding my space in that balance is very difficult as a person of color.
Any message that you'd like to share to your fellow citizens of DC?
I honestly don't know what to say. I hate to quote New Jack City, but we all we got is kind of what comes to mind. Like, we have to look out for each other and take care of each other and stand firm together in this, because it's us against them at this point. When I say them, I don't necessarily mean the police. I mean fascists. I mean people who are on the wrong side of this story. People who are bending the knee to a wannabe dictator. It's us against that. It's a class war more even so than a race war. It's just the class in DC is more so defined by race here, but it's definitely a war against the people, and it's not supposed to be that way.
Thank you so much for your time.